For part 5, we have Zim, Rocco, Jenny, El Tigre, and Lucy.
Hello everyone, my name is Tafar, and today we'll be talking about the notorious Urkin Invader sent once again to destroy the competition in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Invader Zim. This little green guy with big plans always seems to come up short in his ambitions to conquer the planet on behalf of the Urkin Armada.
He's like a mini Doc
Zim
Ock.
uses a wide array of advanced alien gadgetry to protect his tiny, fragile body and to snatch victory from the claws of those filthy humans and animals and other animal people. While he is incredibly small and light for an Urkin Invader, if your enemies can never catch you from behind your minions who do your every bidding, explosive grenades, and a gigantic doom laser, what does that even matter anyways?
He's got
One
solar
particular
beam?
item from Zim's collection of devastating tools of destruction, and his most loyal minion of all, is his state-of-the-art, not-so-standard issue, information retrieval unit, Grr. Grr can be called out with Zim's side special, and while the button is held, Grr will jet forward. While he's out and active, Grr can be controlled at any time, even while Zim himself
He's going to be really complex to play.
He can walk and jump, he has his own light and charge attack, he can swallow opponents with grab before blowing up, and he'll even copy Zim's neutral special, Pew Pew.
Oh, that's neat.
Grr is definitely a tricky little robot to play with, but if you figure out how to put him to work, he can be an incredibly valuable asset to your plans for world domination. As was just mentioned, Pew Pew is Zim's neutral special. This move is a diagonally pointed laser that can be shot in the air or while on the ground.
I feel like his skill ceiling is going to be
knockback,
insane.
which can make it a wonderfully versatile tool for poking opponents from afar or maintaining some offensive pressure. Zim's up special has two variants depending on if Grr is ready for deployment, which you can tell based on the icon next to Zim's profile. When Grr is available, Zim can point his up special in any direction and charge it for slightly more distance and speed.
That's going to be huge.
Watch out though, if Grr is still active on stage or if he's just recently been destroyed, you should probably be careful. Without Grr and his rocket boosters, Zim's up special becomes only a very short, very vulnerable hop. And
okay, so you can't just like constantly spam him, you gotta pick and choose.
Last but not least is Zim's down special, Explosion. Explosion. That's slow explosion. This move places a devastating explosive device into Zim's hands. The longer the special button is held, the bigger and slower the explosion will become. When you use the slime version, the explosion starts out with about half of its maximum charge. Zim certainly does not come alone on his quest for victory. Besides Grr, Mini-Moose and his Guardian Gnomes also join the fray. Mini-Moose is Zim's charged down air. When called into action, Mini-Moose smites enemies beneath him with a bolt of lightning. The Guardian Gnome is Zim's grounded charge down attack. When thrown out, the gnome slides forward and pops out a few lasers. The longer these attacks are charged, the longer they stay out, and of course, the more powerful their effects. Playing keep away.
So you want to use Grr when you're at low percent, because if you're at high percent and you don't have him with you, your recovery is not good.
But don't let all that authority get to your head. With his lightweight and brutally weak recovery when Grr is unavailable, you'll quickly learn what happens when you let yourself get careless.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
oh my god,
Zim
that
is still,
size difference.
In fact, a mighty Urkin Invader who has incredibly powerful tools with which to plot your victory. So with the right plan and proper execution, nothing can stand in your way. Are you worthy of joining the ranks of the Urkin Elite? Find out by playing Zim in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. They've done
soon.
a very good job of making all these characters look
play,
pretty fun.
And as always, thank you for watching.
Hey everyone, my name is Choctopus, and I'm here to remind you that Laundry Day is a very dangerous day. And also to present none other than the wacky wallaby himself, Rocco, who's back with a familiar, yet
is that a
modern
reference
design
to a show?
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Rocco
Laundry
typically
Day.
tends to strive for a mostly peaceful existence alongside his companion, Spunky. Packing whatever tools,
Is he mopping the
knickknacks,
floor
and
with his
valuables
dog?
he can find before being rushed out the door, Rocco is ready for action as a scrappy little brawler with plenty of surprises. Since we've already introduced him, let's talk about Spunky, who can be called out with Rocco's neutral special to chase after his opponents.
A lot of characters have like little
As long as
summons.
Spunky's on the ground, he'll run in a straight line until he gets close enough to pounce on his target. If he misses his mark or gets called in the wrong direction, fear not. Pressing the special button again or giving him a little encouragement with one of Rocco's attacks will turn him around on command. Spunky won't lunge after
The only
opponents
time
when he's
animal
in the
abuse
air.
is allowed.
He can be picked up and thrown to hit them. With all the help that Spunky provides, be sure to take good care of him. If he gets hit or thrown by an opponent, he'll get a bit dizzy before eventually returning to Rocco. If you'd like to introduce a little bit of chaos into the fray, Rocco can pull out a jackhammer with his down special. The jackhammer will knock opponents around as it travels in random directions.
Oh no.
If you need some consistency, the slime
It's gonna be
version
like a
of this
gyro
move will
combo.
stay traveling forwards. And as an added bonus,
he's got two
if
of 'em
Spunky
out.
gets close enough to the jackhammer, he'll throw on his hard hat, get to work, and cause it to move even faster. Next up, Rocco's side special is the most helporific household device on Earth, the Suck-O-Matic. When activated, Rocco will ride the Suck-O-Matic into battle, pulling in and
Oh
throwing
no,
out
a
any
legit
enemies
suck and cook.
or dogs that happen to be in its way. While it won't do your taxes or cook for you, it can be used to get back to stage if you get knocked away. The
Oh, it
slime
doesn't look
version of
like you
this
can
move
like
is slower,
turn around and
but a
shoot
bit
them out the other
stronger,
way.
and its enhanced sucking strength can even pull enemies in from a distance. Finally, Rocco's up special, the Conglommo rocket, shoots high into the sky before adjusting its trajectory back
Oh, it
into
was
the
a
ground.
rocket. It looked like an umbrella at first.
This move allows Rocco to go deep off stage while he bonks opponents over the head with his light down air. In case you thought you were done,
Looks like a pretty good
Rocco
spike.
still has a few more surprises to offer besides his special attacks. Passed down for generations, his grounded, charged up attack is his family's trusty pogo stick. This move can be used to meet opponents way high up in the air as a finisher, or to continue combos with the slime cancel. Though more simply, you could also just fall onto your opponent's heads and send them flying. His aerial charge down attack drops a bowling ball on enemies' heads, which definitely makes it a great move for hitting enemies that are
Oh,
hanging
that's gonna
out
be
way
so
down
good
under.
for covering ledge.
That's an Australia joke for you. As a stubby little wallaby, Rocco definitely has some short range compared to other fighters, but once you find an opening, possibly by clever use of Spunky and his jackhammer, Rocco can certainly spring into action with an altogether strong combo game and versatile toolset. If you like the look of what Rocco has to offer, then try him out in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.
Yeah,
as
his
we wrap up
coverage
our
looks really
character
good.
spotlights.
The crime-fighting teenage robot XJ9, aka Jennifer Wakeman, aka Jenny, is back and ready to throw down in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Returning to the Brawl with some new high-tech tools and a shiny coat of paint, Jenny excels at creating openings with strong projectiles that she can use to provide cover for herself or catch opponents off guard. While her combo game isn't as strong as some others,
Oh, that's
Jenny
a
can
cool ult.
always keep up the pressure even from afar. And thanks to her fantastic recovery and heavy weight, she has no problem jumping straight back into the fray after getting knocked away. Back on the subject of Jenny's projectiles, the new slime mechanic provides an extra upgrade to her returning neutral special, Rocket Power. While the normal version of this rocket can still be aimed in any direction at any time, the new slime version also allows for 2 rockets to be out at once. Jenny can use this powerful, flexible tool to find clever openings, extend combos, or even save herself from some dangerous situations. If you hold down the special button after firing a rocket, Jenny will stand still while you try to hone in on your target. If your opponent isn't giving you enough time or space to set up your rocket, make some space with Jenny's new side special, Mass Hammer. This big ol' hammer swing sends shockwaves flying through the air or rumbling along the ground, which can help her find some breathing room. Just be careful not to be too predictable with how you use this move, or else you might risk having your projectiles reflected right back at her. Don't want to get too close, but still need a way to rack up some extra damage? Jenny's down special, Explosive Lasers, remains a solid way of doing so. If you're not able to land big combos or otherwise find a way to open up your opponent's defense, it's nice to have a little bit of consistent damage.
I was about to
output
say,
as
if
way
that
to
had
keep
a
up
bunch of
pressure.
knockback, that'd be insane.
Finally, for the last of Jenny's specials, her up special, Robot Wings, allows her to fly around wherever she wants. Jenny can be pretty hard to swat out of the air when she activates this move thanks to its maneuverability. But watch out, she doesn't get any fuel back until she
Yeah, that
touches the
umbrella
stage.
plus
So try to
her
use other
recovery.
specials, air strongs, or even her light up air
She's
to
gonna be
slide
able
back
to
the
stall
stage
really
when
good off
possible.
ledge.
A few of Jenny's other old moves and techniques are here to stay, including her charged forward air, which is a slow yet incredibly powerful finisher, Angry Stomp and Mighty Mallets. Her light and charged down attacks also both make their return and can be looped repeatedly by pressing the attack button. Her jab, however, has a new property. The final hit can be angled with the control stick, meaning she can either choose to launch opponents flying a bit farther, higher, or even tumbling downwards. Jenny tends to feel the most vulnerable when she isn't quite close enough to utilize her short yet fast and effective light attacks, nor far enough to safely set up her projectiles. However, she can still surprise opponents at the mid-range by holding down the grab button for some extra reach. This version of her grab is
Dang,
a bit
that
slower
grab
and is
range.
far more punishable if it misses, so don't use that as a full replacement for her regular grab. All in all, Jenny is a
That's really
well-rounded
neat that
defensive
you can
character
choose
has
to either
all
do the
tools you
short
need
or
to
the
succeed
long
in a
grab.
world full of villains and aliens. If that sounds like your kind of style, give her a try in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Manuel Pablo Gutierrez O'Brien Ikiwa Rivera's alter ego, El Tigre, makes his grand debut in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. El Tigre is a fast, glass cannon rushdown style fighter
Nacho
with an
Libre.
overwhelming offense.
But my life is good.
His neutral special, Rugido, is a lightning-quick, short-range attack that can instantly be cancelled
What
with a
the
jump.
heck? He's
This
spazzing
move
out.
pops opponents up for an opportunity to let your combo creativity shine. And it can also be used to apply some safe pressure when you land on an opponent with an aerial. Altogether, this move is the key to unlocking El Tigre's potential. El Tigre's other specials include El Gancho, a medium-range hit grab that leaves opponents in a perfect position for a follow-up, Ilusión, a short dash that can aid his recovery and be used to apply some pressure from the air, and Destello, his up special, which is an extremely quick dash that can be pointed in any direction. This move is a fantastic way to end combos, and when combined with a slime cancel, you can use it to chase opponents nearly anywhere. El Tigre's
The
light
sounds
up
on
and
his
down
hit
attacks are
sound
each
really
great for extending or
satisfying.
starting combos, and his light forward attack is simply a convenient way to knock opponents off stage.
He's gonna be
His
so much
light
fun to
aerials are
combo
all
with.
built for starting and continuing some devastating, exciting combos. Here are some examples of what you can do once you put them all together.
The claw. What the heck? He just appeared on ledge.
Each of El Tigre's grounded charge attacks are fast, short-range, slashing combo finishers. His charged up attack is most powerful if you're able to hit opponents directly above him, and his light down attack is a perfect way to set up into it. As for his charged aerials, the up attack is a short dash that, depending on the situation, can be a fantastic setup into his up special.
That's
his down attack
crazy.
is a powerful dive kick that can be used in all sorts of situations in offense and on defense. And his horizontal charge attack is a multi-hit that's generally his best tool for keeping opponents off stage. If flashy combos and speed are your
I'm calling
style,
it now.
then harness the
LD
power of
Gray,
the Ancient Tiger Spirit with El
top
Tigre
5
in
character.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Enjoy the following footage of El Tigre in action, and stay tuned for more character spotlights.
He could be one of my mains. He looks really fun.
Lucy Loud jumps back into the competition in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 with frightening new abilities and a revamped design. While she still has a few of her
I thought the
old favorites like
voiceover for this one was
gives her some
Lily
style
beat you
mobility,
at first.
Lucy also has plenty of new grim and ghastly techniques to use on the battlefield. Lucy's most defining aspect as a fighter is her ability to harness the power of the occult to enhance her own abilities. Her down special cycles between her normal ghost and vampire forms. While the ghost form is a whole lot lighter and is generally worse at finishing off stocks compared to her other forms, it is much more mobile. On the other hand, if you don't mind the slower movement speed, Lucy's vampire mode hits like a truck. This form is also a bit lighter than her normal form, but not quite as light as her ghost form. Lucy will always change forms in a set cycle. Normal, then ghost, then vampire. But if you double tap the special button, you'll swap back to your previous form. There is quite a few other differences to go over between these forms, so in case you get lost, just remember, Ghost is fast, Vampire is slow and strong, and plain old Lucy is an all-arounder that's also a bit heavier than the other forms. Dark Bite, Lucy's neutral special, is a quick chomp that
I feel like fighting Lucy is gonna be really hard at first because you're gonna have to like know what each form does and what to look for. And aside from the icon at the bottom of the HUD next to her logo, there's no like aura around her that lets you know. You like have to keep looking at the UI.
This move is obviously a great way to catch opponents by surprise. In her normal form, Jump Scare hits opponents when Lucy disappears and reappears. This, however, is not the case for her ghost form.
Her visuals are really clean though, just like everyone else in this game.
Ghost Jump Scare starts and finishes faster, which makes it a better tool for continuing combos, moving around, or applying some unpredictable pressure with whatever follow-up you want. In Vampire mode, Jump Scare only hits opponents at the end.
Yeah, every time she changes forms, it's a small purple like flash, and then there's no other indicator.
Without one of her special forms, Lucy is
So you have to like constantly look at the icon next to her name.
Provides some protection from above. The vampire version of this move quickly thrusts Lucy higher with a flap from her newly found wings, while the ghost version is a short boost that can be interrupted with any attack of her choice. Really, it's best to think of the ghost version of her up special as a triple jump. With all these extra moves and special properties to keep track of, Lucy is definitely a difficult yet worthwhile character to explore. Being able to pick and choose your weaknesses and strengths can really pay off if you know when's the right time to use her different forms. And once you put it all together, Lucy Loud truly becomes an opponent you should fear. phase in and out of the battle with Ghost Lucy to deliver some spectacular combos. Send opponents flying into the night with vampire mode,
that string.
or just play it safe with her normal form.
Yeah, she's
you
just a
wanna
dark
play it's
assassin.
Really up to you. If you enjoy celebrating this spooky season year-round, or just love the Loud House, then try learning Lucy in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Thanks for watching.